Hi, I'm Irene at Lifestyle Over 60. Welcome if you're new, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about what women over 60 want. I thought it might be fun to ask ChatGPT. You guys know AI, ChatGPT. If not, it's free. It's called ChatGPT. And you just go chatgpt.com and you can use it for free. Ask it anything you want and it will generate an answer for you. So today I thought we would discuss together what it says women over 60 want. So I don't know if you guys have been using AI, but I have started to, and it's not always right. So I'm kind of asking for your help with this video because I really want you guys to let me know what you think. What do you want if you're a woman over 60? And what do you think of this? So let me read to you what it said. First it said, "That's a great and nuanced question." I said, what do women over 60 want? That's a great and nuanced question. Okay, so it's starting out validating my question. So it's trying to make you feel good. Just be aware of that with AI. It will validate you first. So, and that's a good thing to do with anyone anyway. Okay, so that's a great and nuanced question. Women over 60 are a diverse group. And when you say want, it varies widely depending on individual experiences, culture, health, personality, financial situation, and relationships. That said, many women over 60 share some common desires or priorities. I'm going to talk about that now. All right, so let's see what they think we share. And this is on connection and meaningful relationships. It said deep connections with family, friends, and sometimes new romantic partners. We want that. A desire to maintain or rebuild relationships with adult children or grandchildren. Interest in community involvement, volunteering, or mentoring. All right, so that's the first batch of things that we want. So what do you guys think? Deep connections with family, friends, and sometimes new romantic partners. Tell me in the comments. Also, a desire to maintain or rebuild relationships with adult children or grandchildren. So I can say for me, my son is 28 and we have a really good relationship. I would call us close. I see him pretty often. He doesn't live too far away. And so desire to maintain that relationship for me is really strong at my age. I'm 67. I don't have grandchildren yet, so you guys have to tell me, what it's like when you do. But I'm sure I'm going to want to be near them and be involved in their lives as well. So I would say on this first batch of things that we want, connection and meaningful relationships, probably true for most people, except maybe not the new romantic partner. That's a whole other video to make. If you are widowed or you're single or divorced, do you want to date again? Because I don't think I would. But, that's a whole other thing. But tell me in the comments if you are. All right, moving on. All right, so the next batch of comments it gave me was about health and vitality. Women over 60 want to maintain their physical health, mobility, and independence. Well, yeah, right? Okay. Managing chronic conditions or aging gracefully. Let me know. Do you have a chronic condition that you have to deal with? I have an autoimmune disease that can flare up, but otherwise I'm pretty good. So let me know. But yes, maintaining our health. Pursuing mental wellness through mindfulness therapy or continued growth. Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, and it says pursuing mental wellness. And, as we get older, we kind of have to do that. We kind of have to exercise our brain to keep it plastic in a way. And one of the things I do, and this isn't enough, okay, but at least something. I play games in the morning. I play Wordle. Do you guys play Wordle? It's with the New York Times games, and these are free. You can set up an account, but it's free. So I play Wordle in the morning, and I play Connections now. At first, I couldn't even get Connections, like I didn't understand it. Now I'm pretty good. So those games are good for your brain. Anything like that. Doing puzzles are good for your brain. Jigsaw puzzles, that's really good for your brain. Learning new things. Like for me, I learned film editing to do my YouTube channel, and I could feel it like hurting my brain, like from forming all these new, gray matters or whatever happens in there when we learn new things. I could feel it because learning film editing is really difficult, really difficult. So mental wellness as we get older is really important, and it can help stave off dementia, Alzheimer's, all of that bad stuff that can happen as we age. So yeah, I would say that as far as what ChatGPT is saying, we want health and vitality. Yeah. The next batch of comments are about purpose and fulfillment. It says, many want to stay intellectually active through reading, taking classes, or starting new projects. I do, and we sort of just talked about that with mental wellness. What about you? Do you want to stay active in that way? Retirement doesn't mean the end of ambition. Some start businesses, write books, or explore artistic paths. Ooh. So tell me about you on this one. Are you writing a book or starting a business or exploring artistic paths? Because I think a lot of us are, and it would be great if we could share what we're doing. I think that'd be amazing. So tell me in the comments. For me, I'm sort of doing all of that. I've started my YouTube channel, and it'll be 2 years in July since I've been doing that. I'm loving it. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing and interacting with me. I want to build a community of us. So, I don't want to feel like I'm just talking to a camera, but I want to feel like we can talk to each other, and you can talk to each other in the comments as well. So that's fabulous. And then I'm artistic. I do art, and we'll do a whole other video on hobbies. But I do think that's something that we want to do. Starting businesses, writing books. I've written 3 published books. And if you haven't done any of these things yet, it's a great time to do them. And then it says, some seek spiritual growth or meaning, especially after major life transitions. I wonder about this, because I've always been spiritual, not religious, but I call myself spiritual my whole life. And I think, my mom dying when I was 7 has something to do with my connection to an afterlife and the idea of something other than just this existence. That's been with me since I was a little girl. So I might have a different take on these things, but spirituality is something, and I also think as we get closer to death, that comes up more than maybe it did when we were in our 20s. But for you, tell me, are you seeking more spirituality now? Are you seeking out community in churches or temples or ashrams or, places like that? Or what are you doing? I'm trying to get a meditation practice going. I'm not very successful. I'm so hyper. It's hard for me to just sit there and meditate and get quiet for a period of time. So that's something that I'm working on. Tell me about you. All right, next batch of comments, security and simplicity. And it said financial stability and control over their lives. We want, so who doesn't want this? ChatGPT. Financial stability and control over your life. A desire to downsize and simplify, fewer things, less stress. That's probably true for a lot of us. Let me know. I don't need to downsize because my living environment is small enough, but less stress, yeah, less work, maybe more creativity, more time to do what we want to do as opposed to what we have to do. Yes, I would agree there. And then clarity and autonomy in end-of-life planning without fear or taboo. Yes. And again, who wouldn't want that? It's just that maybe for us being at this age, it's more relevant than it would have been in our 30s, 40s, when we're thinking more of the end of life stuff. But do you have everything planned? Do you know where you're going to be after you die? Do you have your, you're going to have a funeral? Are you going to be buried, cremated? Have you paid for that yet? Like, are you planned or not? I'm in between. I've let everyone know what I want, but I haven't done the pay for it yet and do the full-on thing. Part of me, you guys are going to think I'm weird, but you already know I'm weird. Part of me doesn't want to do the pay for it thing, not because I can't afford it, but because I feel like if I do that, then I'm just going to die. So if I just wait, yeah, I know. All right, and then the last batch of comments at House First is on freedom and joy. It says a surprising number of women say they want fun. Oh, ChatGPT. Fun to travel, dance, laugh, or just enjoy life without judgment. And then there can be a powerful desire to rediscover selfhood after years of caregiving or conforming to roles. Yeah. Yes to that one. In a big way. Okay, so let's just read those again. Freedom and joy. A surprising number of women say they want fun, to travel, dance, laugh, or just enjoy life without judgment. I think ChatGPT is surprised that we're still alive. A surprising number of us still want to have fun. I don't know, you guys, anybody with me still want to have fun? Oh my goodness. Okay, to travel, yes, right? And it's as if you can, if you're well enough, to travel and dance and laugh and enjoy life without judgment. Who wouldn't want that at any age, really? Okay, and then there can be a powerful desire to rediscover selfhood after years of caregiving or conforming to rules. Yes, and that's a lot of what my channel is about. Rediscovering selfhood. It's like how to be in our 60s, if your children are grown and if you're thinking about not working as much or retiring. It's a whole new phase of life, and it comes with its own challenges, which is why I started my channel, because there weren't that many people doing over 60 on YouTube. And I felt like there was a missing link there. There was a place for me to build a community of us that still want to surprisingly have fun. Okay, but I think ChatGPT does speak for a lot of the world when it thinks of older women over 60. They don't have fun anymore. They're not sexual. They're not sexy. They don't want to date. They just want to take care of grandchildren. I don't know what they think we want, but they're surprised that we still want to have fun. And my channel is all about beauty, fashion, and fun. So let's surprise them. All right, well, that's it for this video, this little ChatGPT chat. We can do another ChatGPT chat soon. I have more on that coming up. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and join us. And especially on this video, please comment and tell me, what do you think? What do you think that ChatGPT got right? What it got wrong? And, anything else that's on your mind, drop a comment. And that's it. And come and see me again really soon.